Alright, thanks for joining us here on Adventures of Greg and Sabrina, and we have some cool stuff to cover. So, as you know, we have some really cool controllers, and what's important about these is you get to play your old-fashioned video games. That's right, folks. So there are many people that make retro controllers to play with your old game systems, and this one is for the Super Nintendo. And you can use it on the original Nintendo, or you can actually use it for your other game systems as well. The ones that the Analog made, the 8-bit, the old school, the Hyperkin, they all work together, you know. It's how it works. So this is how it looks. It's got a cool little hologram up here. And we're going to be doing some deep dives on stuff, but as you can see here, it says Super NES quality, which we're going to find out. A 10-foot cable, everybody. And some sort of special design. Who knows what that means. But this one's made by Hyperkin. Now, you can find these on Amazon or from their website. But the problem is some Hyperkin stuff will not ship in certain states due to some sort of rule that they have to pay some sort of royalty fees or something, and some sort of shipping thing, and it's ridiculous. So stuff like this you may not be able to get from Amazon. This came out and was shipped through Amazon, but I guarantee you're probably not going to be able to get one anymore from Amazon. Amazon, for the past few years, has had issues with shipping from Hyperkin out of California to other locations in the United States, because certain states, like Maine or Michigan, somewhere, what am I thinking? Like Rhode Island or certain areas, or maybe Illinois, certain places, they have issues where they have to pay a fee for shipping. It seems like these states just want to charge people a lot of money for stupid stuff. So as you can see, this one, it says Scout Premium Controller for the Super NES, and it provides modern comfort classic reliability with its 10-foot cable, and then a whole bunch of foreign language on there. Now, we're going to be unboxing this thing. This is what the other side looks like. It's got this whole retro palm tree kind of... I don't know why they associate palm trees with retro stuff. What is this right there? It's on there. It's not even... we don't even know what the heck that is, huh? So today, we're going to be doing an unboxing of this. Now, I would say if you're buying one of these, that you might want to consider buying it from the manufacturer instead of Amazon, because Amazon seems to be charging additional stuff, and the actual manufacturer themselves will warranty it better, and you'll get better customer support. Okay, so I decided to go through the top here, and we're going to open this bad boy up and see exactly what it looks like, how cool it is, and is it worth buying? So, obviously, it comes in a top and bottom case here. And inside, you get a thank you card. And they say they hope you love your purchase, blah, 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 and a code. A code that I'll never use, so enjoy your 10% off out there. I think they send this code with every one of them, so it's just the same code, but thank you 10. That's why I said go to their website to buy the stuff, get the 10% off, and it's a lot better to buy that way. Amazon seems to be charging additional fees on some stuff right now, so I'm not too sure. Also on the back side, your purchase, all that stuff, and would love to hear about it. Follow, blah, 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 on all of our social networks. So you could always scan that code if that helps. Now, they also give you a sticker, kind of like Analog does. This one's kind of cool, though. Maybe Analog should start coming out with special colored stickers, you know what I mean? Maybe some holographic ones. That would make Analog really cool, right? So, let's see this thing. Let's get this sucker out of here. Ooh. So, there's a few things I have bought from Hyperkin due to the classic ideas here that they do. So this has a really, like, this isn't a sticker. This is on there really good. This weird feeling that they have on here. Now this plastic right here for the actual directional pad might look a little cheap black plastic, but it actually feels pretty good. It's not that bad. It actually feels solid, actually. And so this right here might prevent sweatiness. You know how they get slippery? So it gives you a little bit of a grip. And the start and select button feel a little bit soft. These buttons here feel really good. So those feel good. And then of course you have your LR buttons. And let's see the backside. So it's kind of got a raised surface here. Super Nintendo controllers did not have a raised surface on here. So only special controllers and aftermarket controllers. So this is kind of raised, and Limited Run Games made a vibrating controller for the Super Nintendo. And, you know, right here you can kind of see a slight difference in the color of plastic here. It looks like to me this one's a little more darker or faded, and this one's more light blue. And how it's kind of put together here, it's kind of like all the way bottomed, and then this one's kind of more open up here. So this side seems to be sealed all the way around really good. And so you kind of see that this side's on here like perfectly sealed, but this one you can kind of push it together there. Okay, so that kind of makes me worry about, is it going to hold up? Of course, they've got their sticker on here. You know, premium stickers and stuff. So, obviously, if the controller ever had problems, you could take it apart and repair it. So that's a good thing about that. And then they've got this controller here. Now, there's nothing on this side. And on this side here, nothing as well. We're going to be testing this thing out and find out, does it actually work? So today's game of the day is going to be, we're going to go with probably X-Men, because I'm feeling a little bit of X-Men vibe. It's a very nice long cord, 10 foot, huh? Oh, that's crazy. I think it might be more like 9 feet, but we'll find out. So today's adventure, what we're going to be testing out is, don't forget that classic games are really important. This game here is one of my favorite ones. I'm an X-Men fan. Obviously, a lot of people out there are. This is an original. And don't forget, Analog sells cartridge cleaners that work out really good. So Analog, you know, they make these cartridge cleaners. You can buy them now. As you can see, what it picks up whenever it cleans. And so today we're going to test these out as well. I've got a whole bunch of them. You can actually order them from their website. They're like 14 bucks or something. So you kind of split it apart here. And as you can see, you got a pretty white side here. And then you're going to go in to the cartridge just like that. And you kind of go back and forth. And look at how dirty that was right there. Holy smokes. So, it's good to have something like this. Wow, that's really dirty. I might have to reassess the situation on this game. I may have to clean it even more. You know? So these are actually really good for cleaning your games. You know, that's actually really dirty. So I'm going through a lot of cartridge cleaners these days. I've got a whole bunch of them, and I order them from them. So let's check out this game and see how this controller works in an old retro, and see, just does it work good, and is it responsive? So let's get to that video. Okay, everybody, so I have the Hyperkin controller hooked up here, And so far the controller feels great in my hands. Just push the start button, it's working great. Here we have the classic X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, and it works great with the original Super Nintendo as I just tested, but the quality of the picture looks kind of dark, so I'm not using that one. And so we're using the Retrobit one that I have, that you may have seen in previous videos. And we're gonna do some gameplay, and at the end I'll come back in and we're gonna do no commentary and see how the game actually works and plays. And let's go from there. Let's check this stuff out. Okay, so as you can see, I have not played in 5 billion years, and I remember beating this game. So, as we all know, it's going to take some time. Later on in Adventures of Greg and Sabrina, we will be covering game completions and cheats and everything, but unfortunately, my skills, I have not played this game in 30 years. But it is awesome. It's great to see it. I remember beating Wolverine's level was like one of the easiest levels for me. So the special moves are you have to use the controller in a certain way. So they do work. It's just you have to it's kind of like doing Street Fighter moves, basically. There's not an assigned button for the special moves, which really sucks because originally, this game never had any use for the shoulder buttons at all. So it's like a game without shoulder buttons. And all they had to do was assign one of the buttons for this actual game to be the special move. Now, I don't know if there's an options where you can actually attempt to put that in for special move to get rid of the thing. So let me try resetting and see if it does. However, this game is really cool. It was one of the best games that came out for X-Men. So, just gonna see here real quick. I don't think they assign anything. Whenever you push start, there's just password and sound, and that's pretty much all you got. I'm sure that there's a Game Genie code or something you can put in to have infinite lives, or to even, there may be additional cheats. I have not done any research on that in probably 30 years, so it's been a while. But there's training mode, and that would get you used to using your special abilities. Wolverine is just like he slashes forward or does something where he does like the X claw. I used to do it all the time. It's like where he attacks and it's like a big X or something. Cyclops would be helpful. To shoot his laser beam all the time would be helpful. Other than that, the game's not bad, and the controller works just fine for the Hyperkin, so I suggest that it's a good buy for a cheaper price. It's nice. So these controllers used to be like really cheap, and they only went up maybe a couple bucks because of time and stuff. So usually you can find these for give or take around 20 bucks. Who knows? But catch me on the next adventure. Thanks for joining. Until next time.
Click on Zombie Apocalypse.